Every week I've been in there, everybody new, having the responsibilities for guiding and assisting and facilitating the group. And that has a way of, in the best organized way, of sustaining consistency. Surely, if it be that Martin King was the one, or Elijah Muhammad was the one, or Marcus Garvey was the one, surely as they could identify the one, they would have made preparations, laying at 2, 3, or 4 to be the next one if you play the one game with them. I remember the old movie Dance with Wolves where they used to sit in a circle, much in duplication of you, the original circular decision makers. No decision was made linearly in a straight line, up, down, or sideways. You were the people who saw the come around, go around, the reap what you sow, the cause and effects. That was your understanding about the world, and it was deviated by another group that saw it from top down. That I will conquer you because we believe in individual leadership and solo responsibility. So as we kick around the subject, we're going to be able to use the overhead a little bit tonight. I brought some material that I think will assist us on our way. Don't forget, of course, Friday night we'll be having a fundraiser here at 7 o'clock. I told Sister Janie, so far we have 0 commitments. So cook about 10 dinners. Where's Sister at? She's there. There she is. Yeah, you think you got about 10 dinners worth? No, yeah. Okay, that'll be Friday night. And then don't forget the AMU program on Saturday, as Brother Nkrumah had mentioned earlier. Listen out for some new lectures upcoming. One called Bootleg 1993, Africa 1993, and Black Jewish Relations 1993 with an ADL kicker. In fact, that flyer has a little boot with the letters ADL being kicked right out the page. Part of what a consensus inhibits is individuals' opportunity to negate or undermine the strength of the group. And sometimes these done by personal motivation. Personal motivation's predominant aspect or indicator is money. And I was talking Saturday out here in Pasadena, a little concept I was working on called technology, which dealt with things that the white people do that just articulate that they are superior and that we are inferior, and we accept these positions for no other reason than we got paid to. And one of the examples I shared with the little kids, who are primary importance in the counterattack on our community, is about that commercial with Mike Jordan and Larry Bird. Y'all seen that commercial? Nothing but that. Yeah, this is the commercial where Michael Jordan is sitting on the bench. Larry Bird walks in. Said, "What you got there, Michael?" He said, "Oh, Big Mac." He said, "I'll play you for it." And they start going on the top of the garage, off the rim, off the backboard, off the ceiling, over the expressway, and all that stuff. You seen that? Yeah. Well, I always ask the children, if you watch it carefully, say, what does Michael Jordan win if he succeeds in defeating Larry Bird's challenge? Nothing. And that's white knowledge. Make you play for your own sandwich. Let's do that. And the only reason Michael Jordan did it was because he got paid to. But that sets our children up to be a chump, to make us think somebody could challenge us for something we already have. And that's our problem. We keep starting from the wrong position, and we accept every other position from that position on puts us in the down slot. So if he had to check in, he would make some mistakes. People would proofread the images that he portrayed so that he wouldn't deviate. I mentioned the other night about the concept of an emerging dominant cadre. Part of what has happened is that you can do those things that make the race look like a chump because there's no penalty. Of course, we've talked long about retribution and dealing with attacking those who have attacked us. But in reality, again, that's no one's job. And two, no one really sizes it up so that everybody can get a mass understanding of what's really going on. And actually, the children are the ones get most confused. So we got to put a little bow in there and start to get a little more aggressive in dealing with these deviations. And I suggest some of the things I'm going to share with you are what happened to Marcus Garvey. The best thing I can see as I study this thing over and over again, even some things I learned since I was just here the other night, is that there's a vein where a group says that if you just stop doing what you're doing, well, all the rest of us will be okay. But if you keep doing that, you're going to get us all in trouble. And I know Brother Marcus is going to go through that now at KPFK. Because this attack on Kwaku, Lynn, and Liberation Weekend, over 3 days out of 52 weekends, through one weekend out of 52, is not what the white folks are arguing about. The apparent trade-off in the oven is if you can drop Steve Coakley, we'll bring Kwaku back. And that will work if you go along with it and Kwaku go along with it. I know Marcus ain't gonna buy it. He's already made his affirmation. He ain't going for it. And that's been in the source of last time I was here. We looked at a memorandum that had been written. One of the program assistants there, which alleged that she was unable to control Coakley on the air, and that was a punishable penalty of being given an assignment in a white institution and being unable to control an identified troublemaker. So now it is not that I will ever be in, or they could ever convince me, but they don't have to if the others around me go for it.
All right.
So I'm proud to say that I know Marcus is not going to crack. But I know there's some others there, around there, that are going to come out to you one evening. And it's going to happen quietly around Los Angeles, and you watch who bears the word. That we got to save Kwaku at all costs. Which means all costs means we may have to sacrifice something for it. Now, Kwaku is an honorable brother, and he deserves to be supported. And it's no deal of it's either or, because in this team thing, it's neither nor. They don't go but one way. But everybody in the circle ain't committed themselves. So I throw out there to you an example, which may come to be your first evidence.
Power to the people, man. I'm about to do this maintenance. Yep, I'm about to rock like crack when it came in. Check this out. We got one of two ways we can go tonight. And I will let you, the listener, decide. What y'all want to hear. We can talk about this political corruption that it went on in Chicago, or we could talk about the reason that VLadTV needs to be canceled. And I'll leave it up to y'all to decide. But if y'all drop something in the chat, see that we only got but a few people here, but y'all know I operate best in small numbers. Check the internet, you're blurry. Let me see something here. Okay, let me go up. Give me connection. Can y'all see me now? I'm in 5G. Do y'all see me now? In 5G. They say the political corruption. Miss Fat Fat says Vlad. What do y'all want? Y'all make sure that y'all let everybody know that grad school is in session. Well, this will be night school right here. And let them know night school is in session. And Wish says Vlad. Okay, they say Vlad. We got 2 for political corruption. 2 says Vlad. We need a tiebreaker, y'all. We definitely need a tiebreaker. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna, whatever one I don't do tonight, I'm gonna do it in the morning tomorrow. So whichever one I don't hit tonight, we gonna hit it in the morning. Political corruption. Okay, so all right, so basically we got more nods for the political corruption, which means that in tomorrow I'm gonna talk about Vlad. Now, as y'all know, I done told y'all that I really don't want to talk about the R. Kelly thing anymore because, you know what? Fuck it. You know what? We just gonna talk about Vlad. We gonna talk about Vlad, and then we gonna get the political corruption shit in the morning. I apologize. Let me see if I can change the title of this. Let me see here. Okay. Time to send to VLadTV. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me see. Let me change the title of this video. TV. Okay. Let's see here. Give me 1 second because now I have to change all of my my thumbnails and shit. I gotta change all that shit. You know, gotta change all of that shit. Man, stream. Just give me 2 seconds here. Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. Just please bear with me. I need about maybe 30 more seconds. About 30 more seconds. Please, if you will. I think that it's time to send that invoice to Vlad from VLadTV. And we gotta send an invoice to Vlad from VLadTV because he owes the Crown some debts, if you will, for his fraudulent moving. You know what I mean? he owes the crown some debts. Okay? Now, what he does is, if for those of y'all who don't know, who y'all not familiar with him, Vlad runs a YouTube channel called VLadTV, and he has about 4.3 million subscribers. What's going on, D. Wilson? He has 4.3 million subscribers. What's going on, D? And on this platform, he does a lot of extra bullshit. He kicks up a lot of dirt, kicks up a lot of dust. He don't never let sleeping dogs lie. And like a lot of the shit that he do, he uses his platform as an ongoing minstrel show, right? And let me see. Okay, so I want to just see if we could get I want to play y'all a little interview from Boosie. Boosie rapping on this little Boosie badass, and this is something that he took and he ran with. I'm only gonna play the audio because if I play the video, it's gonna flag my channel, and I ain't trying to have another channel flag. So I want y'all to listen to this and make sure that y'all can tell me if y'all can hear this, because I want to really bring light to this. Here we go.
You grew up in Baton Rouge. Now you live in Atlanta. Now, at what point did you actually move to Atlanta?
I moved to Atlanta like 6 months after my release from prison. After my release from prison, I had to wait for the paperwork to get cleared, and I moved straight to Atlanta like 6 months after my release.
You did an interview with Rolling Stone, and they talk about if you would ever live in Baton Rouge again, and you said, no, hell no, never. I would never live in Baton Rouge again. My past is too strong for me to go live down there. I'm always repping. I'm always shout out Baton Rouge. That's my hometown because I love it. That's where I'm from. But me living there, associating with the people out there, that's not going to happen.
Right.
Can you explain that a little bit?
Well, like my past is too strong out there. You got to understand that I had a big problem with the court system and district attorneys, prosecutors. A lot of people was trying to take my life as far as, in the court system. And not only did I made songs about, I was childish, man. I made songs about public officials and things like that, man. And those people don't get that. And I don't trust people like that. It's nothing for them and me to be riding down the street and they just stop and throw a gun in my car. Convicted felon with a firearm, man. That's how I think, man. Like I had the biggest case. They spent millions of dollars on my case, man, and lost, man. So, man, like that. I'm a problem to these people. I didn't call officers names. Like these people don't forget that, man. Also, I was a target in Baton Rouge. Like Baton Rouge is small, man. When I'm the only one riding in Bentleys and all these foreign cars, you become a target. Not only you're a target, you're rapping about these people. Your house is 10 times the size of their house. That would make me dislike me if I was on the other side. Because I'm rapping about these people, I'm shining, man. So I'm cocky. I was a cocky asshole, man, And those people don't forget stuff like that, man. They don't. I always had problems with the police out there, man. They used to stop me every day, man. They used to cut my seats up, man. Come in my house and steal from me, man. Take my rings, just do crazy stuff that I'll never forget. Also I had haters out there. And it's always like that. Wherever you from, you will get hated the most. Most rappers die in their own city, man. It's a fact. And, you have haters who was in school with you and they mad because they was in that third grade class with you, but they don't have the same hustle as you. You know, they hate you for no reason. They hate you for your success. If you was a local rapper and you didn't have much, they would love you. You know, and these people, you develop hatred in your own city. You know, if you go to Canada, you go to New York, you from Louisiana, you don't have hate, you don't have people want to hurt you because they don't know you. You know, they don't know you, and that's why I decided to move to Atlanta. You know, if I'm dealing with music, this is a place I need to be. You know, everybody ride foreign cars out here. I won't be pulled over. I haven't been pulled over since I've been out here, but to take a picture and get an autograph. You know, they respect stars out here, man. They don't hate stars just because you're a star. They don't. That's how it is in Louisiana. If you go back, all Louisiana rappers, the big timers, they was ran out of Louisiana, man, because of hatred. Baby and Wayne, you know, hatred, man. Master P, they ran him out the country club, man, just hatred, man. C Murder, he's in prison. Mac, he's in prison. You know, and you just, it's just not a place to be, man. There's a lot going on in that state that's not 100, man. That's not fair. You know, even from the laws, even from the sentencing, even from the education is poor. Everything is it's a hard state, man. And I just wasn't with it, man. And I'll never move back down there. You know, I would never move back into that. I would be crazy for moving back to Baton Rouge. Like it won't happen. I just go down there if I got to do a show, get my money, and I'm gone.
Okay, that's interesting because you mentioned Baby and Wayne. For a while, they were living in Miami. I know Baby had a spot in L.A. and so forth, but you were saying they literally got ran out of Louisiana?
They wasn't ran out. Let me clear it up.
Right there, you see where he starts filibustering and he starts trying to press the issue to essentially get some drama sparked up to go ahead and try to run with that. Now, he said, you saying that they was ran out of Atlanta or ran out of Louisiana. He knew good and goddamn well what the man meant when he said that. Now, Master P was somebody who is from New Orleans. He's from the Calliope Projects in New Orleans. He went from Calliope out to Richmond, California. When he went out to Richmond, California, he learned the music industry. Once he learned the music industry, he came back to go and get his brothers Vishon, which is Silk the Shocker. He went and got Corey, which is C Murder, and then they had another brother named Kevin, and Kevin got murdered, right? Kevin was murdered right when Master P was going back to get them. And the same thing with Baby and with Lil Wayne and with Cash Money. The thing that got them up out of New Orleans was Hurricane Katrina. Okay, Hurricane Katrina, I remember that because it took place during my freshman year of high school. This is like 2004, right? So, no, matter of fact, August of 2005, I'm sorry. August of 2005 is when Hurricane Katrina happened. Now, once they left New Orleans, then they went down to, I want to say, Houston, and then later to Miami. A lot of people relocated because New Orleans was flooded out. New Orleans has since come back, and they ain't no longer dealing with the devastating effects of Hurricane Katrina. But the community has never, it has never quite gone back to what it was. What's going on, Allison? The community ain't never really rebounded from what it used to be back in the day. Now, with him, he's saying, oh, they ran him up out of there. What happened with Master P is that Master P was at a country club. Master P had a house at a country club, and they started running into problems because they was doing nigga shit. First off, they was black folks living on a golf course with a lake. And something about white folks in water. White folks, they don't fuck with niggas in water. Okay? White folks don't want to share no goddamn swimming pools with niggas. White folks don't want to do no share lake with no niggas. It makes white folks skin crawl to have to share water with niggas. Okay? And when you start talking about you living on a golf course and you living at the country club, that shit is real sacred. Okay? That's real sacred. Have y'all ever been to a golf course? A golf course is green as hell. Okay? Let me pull up something to make it be a little bit more resolute. Augusta. You feel me? Let me make this. I want to make this be abundantly clear. Okay, so let's see here. All right. Okay, here we go. This is, we're gonna pull up one of the top golf courses in Atlanta. I'm sorry, in New Orleans. Okay. Let's see here. Here we go. Okay. All right. So, now, here we go. Now, y'all know, can't no black folks go and see no goddamn golf course like this, and white folks ain't gonna have no problem with this shit. Alright? Just looking at all that green grass, it's a couple of y'all niggas in the Barbie in the chat right now that got an uncle that will see all that grass and goddamn go and get some charcoal and some lighter fluid and start a motherfucking barbecue up at that goddamn golf course right now. Okay? But I'm joking. But I'm being very serious at the same time. The swimming pools for white folks and golf courses is something that white society protects. And they actively keep niggas away from those things. Now, they will put you there in a position of which you're subservient. Like, they don't mind you being a janitor there. They don't mind you being a caddy there. A caddy is somebody who carries all of the golf clubs. They don't mind you being a shoe shiner there. But to be there as their equal, and you got all of these guys out here, you got to think, Master P and all his brothers, these niggas is like over 6 foot. So these is tall niggas. These niggas about 6'5". Man, I think Silk the Shocker might be like 6'5", 6'6". See Murder, 6'4". Master P like 6'4". These are some tall ass niggas. So they got ran off the golf course. And they was getting a bunch of problems, but they were facing problems from the police more so than, you know, regular everyday people. Now, C Murder went to jail for murder. Okay, it was a couple of people on Master P's label who went to jail for murder. But listen, if you got $1 million in the bank, bro, you have to let hood niggas go. You can't have $1 million, $2 million, multiple million. You can't be a multi-millionaire still in the projects. That's trouble waiting to happen. Okay? Trouble waiting to happen. Anytime that your money upgrades, your surroundings have to upgrade as well. So that's where Master P ran into problems with. However, when we go back and let me replay this because I've been filibustering for a while. But I want y'all to listen to VLadTV purposely trying to start some shit. Here we go.
Innocent, even from the education is poor. Everything is it's a hard state, man, and I just wasn't with it, man, and I'll never move back down there. You know, I would never move back into that. I would be crazy for moving back to Baton Rouge. Like it won't happen. I just go down there if I gotta do a show, get my money, and I'm gone.
Okay, that's interesting because you mentioned Baby and Wayne. For a while, they were living in Miami. I know Baby had a spot in L.A. and so forth, but you were saying they literally got ran out of Louisiana?
They wasn't ran out. Let me clear it up.
So that's it. He's saying you saying they got ran out of Louisiana. Now, this ain't no disrespect to Boosie, but Boosie ain't on the grad school level with us. Boosie talk at best on the middle school level. At best, Lil Boosie talks on the middle school level. You feel me? And he's like, so you're saying that they ran them out of New Orleans? So you can create some controversy to take and run with it. this is what Vlad does. Even when those other bloggers went and did the R. Kelly protest in Chicago, he taking and he putting it up on his shit with bad intentions. Okay, he's putting it up there on his shit with bad intentions. Now I know a bunch of y'all want me to get on Lisa Van Allen, but let's take our time and let's get there a little bit later, because it's a couple of other things that, you know, I want to talk about. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So, okay. Now, so, all right. So, give me 1 second. Now, if we take this guy right here, right? Okay. Let's see here. Okay. When we look at this guy right here, a lot of people know this guy's name. Can somebody write his name in the chat for me, please? Can somebody, if you are paying attention, if you still woke, please write this guy's name in the chat. Understand there might be a delay. Can somebody write this guy's name in the chat? Okay. All right. Ain't nobody writing in the chat. Let me give y'all a few more seconds. Hey, what's going on, Bird? What's going on, Bird? Bird. The bird's the word. Bird's the word. Okay. So nobody knows this guy's name. Okay. So this guy's name is Lord Jamar. Okay. This is Lord Jamar. Lord Jamar is a rapper, is a former rapper, maybe a current rapper. He was in a hip hop group in the mid-90s called Brand Nubian. And when he was in this hip hop group, Brand Nubian, they were, you know, rappers kind of in that vein of Talib Kweli, kind of in the vein of Dead Presidents, etc., etc. Now, this guy was a frequent guest on VLadTV. When I say frequent, I mean these motherfuckers interview with each other every week and a half, 2 weeks. Now, when he puts people on VLadTV, he puts a lot more bumbling fucking idiots on his platform than he does intelligent people. He holds himself out for interviews. Okay? So, Lord Jamar, by him being a conscious rapper, he's also a pothead. And he's also a mushmouth nigga. Okay? They say he look like Slim from 112. Okay. But anyway, this is a mushmouth nigga. Where he'll say, well, you know what, Vlad, you know, back in the day, yeah, I mean, and that's what he became famous for, is being on these Vlad interviews, saying, yeah, I mean, yada mean, yada mean. Okay? And this guy has probably done maybe 100 Vlad interviews, no exaggeration. Okay, he was a frequent contributor. Hold on, let me turn down some of these lights. I'm starting to get dizzy back here. All right, he was a frequent VLadTV visitor. Okay. However, Vlad said some disparaging things about Minister Louis Farrakhan on his show, and he didn't go and clear him up. And people from the Nation of Islam said we're offended by it. Vlad didn't want to do anything about that. He didn't want to do anything about it. Okay, what he said was, I will apologize to the Minister Farrakhan if he comes on my show. Well, nigga, first of all, don't listen. First of all, don't start thinking that you more than what you really are. Because Farrakhan summoned over 1 million people to Washington, D.C. in 95, and, multiple hundreds of thousands of people in 2015. I happened to be at both events. Vlad, ain't nobody fucking with your pale white ass, dude. Ain't nobody fucking with Vlad like that. Like, he don't got that rank. YouTube subscribers is just YouTube subscribers. You watching the content for free. Vlad, you don't got no rank like that to speak down on Minister Farrakhan. However, but let's hear what Lord Jamar has to say about Vlad on Farrakhan. Let's talk about this.
Okay. Somebody wanted to talk about Vlad real quick. Let's talk about Vlad. My boy Vladislav. All right. So, I don't know if it was a week or so ago, there was a big thing on the internet where Vlad did an interview with D.L. Hughley, and basically he misquoted the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He heard a portion of a speech that he gave where he used an analogy of using a rock of truth, not a physical rock, but a rock of truth, to bash one over the head with. Vlad heard the part just about the rock, took it to heart because it was being talked about, Jewish people, and, had a conversation with DL that looked very misleading to those that saw the whole clip. Once it was brought to his attention that there was more to the clip, and I believe I may have been the one to bring it to his attention, I recommended that, something had to be remedied. So within 24 hours, Vlad edited out his comments in the clip where he accused the minister, and he also changed the title of the clip. But he didn't give a formal apology, which I advised him he should give. Subsequently, he did that. People still weren't happy. People still weren't happy as I thought they wouldn't be. I made another attempt, Vlad, Sure, like this is you know, this is not looking good for you right now, bro. You know what I mean? This is something that you don't understand who the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, what he represents to a lot of people in the black community. Okay, and to seem like you're disrespecting that is not cool, and especially an elder. You know, for some people, thank you, Dollar Fat. For some people, the minister is like our modern day Malcolm X, our modern day, you know, Martin Luther King, to that degree. So, you know, do you really want to look like you're disrespecting people of that caliber? I really think you should swallow your ego and apologize. He didn't agree with me. Felt like, you know, whatever he does would probably not be good enough in certain people's eyes. Feels like what he did felt like that was his correction, and that was his way of remedying it. I said, all right. Thank you, KWV. I appreciate you. Yes, I will be putting stuff on Patreon, but rest in peace, Fact Checker Rage. He was in charge of the Patreon, so I got to figure all of that out. So I let him know. I said, okay, you know, I'm gonna let people know, though. I told you to apologize, and I, you know, keep it real, like, you know what I mean. He said he understood. So, you know, let the record reflect that although all of y'all that felt like he should have apologized to the minister, I agree. Should have apologized. You know, and I did what I could to strive to remedy the situation.
Now, that's the end of that clip. However, he is Jewish, right? Vlad is Jewish. Okay? Jewish is an Abrahamic religion. Okay? Judaism, Christianity, Islam are all what they call Abrahamic religions. They all start with Abraham. Now, the Jewish, right? Jewish, they say that their homeland is Israel. Okay? They say that their home country is Israel. Now, somebody gonna have to explain it to me. Okay? Somebody gonna have to explain this to me of how you get white Jews that claim Israel, right? When, give me a chance to pull my map up. How do these white Jews claim Israel when Israel, it sits right here? Egypt, we know that that's North Africa. Even though they try to make it seem like it's something else, we know that Egypt is North Africa. This is the Middle East. Okay, this is the Middle East. Let me see if I can make that a little bit bigger, okay? We got Ed in Houston. All right, so this is the Middle East. All right, this is the Middle East. So tell me how the fuck this pale white dude right here is mad that Farrakhan said something about a land, nigga, that your people can't even be from. Genetically, biologically, white folks cannot survive in Israel because they would catch skin cancer. It's too hot. This is a pale white boy right here. This is a pale white boy, a culture vulture. He gets none of the top folks on his platform. He get a bunch of B-list celebrities at best, but really he's getting C-list celebrities, and the A-listers that he's getting, he gets you way past your prime. He don't got the people when they hot. He got all these people that's past their prime. And he kicks up a whole bunch of dust about things that happened in death row back in the mid-90s. You would get people come on to say, oh, well, you know, hey, yeah. You got Mob James, who would come up here and he'll say, well, Suge wasn't really no gangster. We had to go and be gangster for Suge, and Snoop Dogg snitched. And he had Reggie Wright, who was the police officer, Suge's security guard up at Death Row. He had Reggie White on his show before Reggie went to jail. And he said, well, yeah, Snoop Dogg was a snitch. Now, I don't condone snitching in no way, no shape, no form. When you in the streets, okay? I don't claim that. Now, when I got $20, $30 million in the bank, in the bank, my number one investment, my number one alliance is between my wife and my children. Fuck all y'all niggas. My number one obligation, my priority is to my wife and my children. I can't let my kids grow up with knowing another man as they daddy, and I can't let my wife be out here in the streets getting long dicked by some of y'all niggas uncles and granddaddies and daddies and shit. My wife can't be out here getting dicked down by another nigga while I'm in the jail cell. Okay, so Snoop Dogg did something. He gave a police statement for some set of events. I think somebody rolled on him or did something, and he filed a police report. Snoop Dogg is a 10 of a millionaire, if not 100 millionaire. He has hundreds of millions of dollars, or he's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. So why the fuck would Snoop Dogg still be on some street shit? Why would he still be on some gangster shit? But what he tries to promote is these cats, they ain't real. Well, the reality of the situation is that what is real? When you have the conditions of a people who are oppressed, all of those conditions are the same regardless of who you are. It don't matter who you are. You, Miss Fat, Cashbag Mookie, Oh So Lovely Wish, or just as important as Oprah because her black skin is the impediment. Oh yeah, Oprah thought that she was white. She sure did. Until she went to go open up the OWN network. And then they show her use a nigger bitch. That's what they was telling her behind them closed doors. Oh no, who her? You use a nigger bitch. No. And they really tried to sabotage Oprah's network. Oprah started coming and giving them programming that wasn't nobody else giving them, like the Greenleaf TV show. That shit was hidden. You had Sweetie Pies. And then she had her own set of programming that took and blew her network up. Then you had Tyler Perry that has his own niche audience that he's bringing in, which is the church, which is the older He got all y'all aunties and grandmas. The 40-somethings, 50-some church-going women's crowd. Tyler Perry has that market cornered. He took that market and made $1 billion off of it, built a blueprint. Once Oprah got her network on, she was then advantageous for Tyler Perry to come in and stabilize her. Tyler Perry came in, gave her new programming, Saints and Sinners, etc. When he got that new programming, he bought up the value of her network, and then he went on and did his own thing and got his bigger bag after he built up Oprah shit. But Oprah is no more important than any of y'all black folks in a chat here, because her skin is the problem. The chitlin circuit. The chitlin circuit, as Ed in Houston would say. He know that chitlin circuit. However, what Vlad do is, Vlad gonna kick up dust. Let's see here. I wanna see something. Let's see something. Now, let me see something.
So what are we supposed to think about Tyreek Nation?
And I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna play this video without the sound on it, because if y'all know Hidden Colors, the producer of Hidden Colors had beef with Tommy Sotomayor. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all about Vlad, but I gotta tell y'all about these two guys. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, now. This is Tariq Nasheed. Okay. All right. Okay, now. This is Tommy Sotomayor. All right? This is Tommy Sotomayor. Now, these two guys, they weren't seeing eye to eye for whatever reason. You know, I know the reason, but I don't want to, go down that path. All right? And so they got in. He did an interview. Vlad did an interview with Tariq Nasheed. I'm going to say this is maybe 4 years ago at this point. 4, maybe 5 years ago. Let's just go with 4, maybe 5 years ago, they did some TV interviews. All right? Or they did a set of VLadTV interviews. After he books Tariq to do interviews, now Tariq has had a film series a franchise that has gone on to sold millions of copies, and it talks about the original history of black folks. It's called Hidden Colors, okay? Just to give some context to this situation. Well, once he went in and he interviewed Tariq, he did the messy shit and he went and interviewed Tommy Sotomayor to have them go back and forth against each other. And he also, this guy was living, I believe, out in Arizona or someplace like that at the time. And Tariq is from LA, so he called this guy into LA. When he called this guy into LA, his people called and told him, hey, you know, this cat, Tommy Sotomayor, he's down here, you know. And again, you know, like real niggas do, if you hear that somebody been talking shit about you, and they in your city, you got to pull up on them. You got to see what that's about. So when he did that, this was what the result was. Let's see here. This is Tariq pulling up on Tommy Sotomayor. He's there at last place. They have last place.
Started my mind first.
That he's giving him a plantation award. You know, he's giving him a coon train award for saying that this guy's a coon. Now this is in Vlad's studio, by the way. See, that's Vlad right there. That's Vlad. That's Vlad. And I mean, you can't hear it because Vlad will copyright strike, try to get your video removed if you play the audio. But Vlad's trying to do the messy shit now. This guy's getting G-checked. Now, Vlad's whole platform is about finding out who's the real gangster, okay? His whole platform is to find out about all this street shit, about who's really hardcore, who's really tough, and who, you know, who's bitch. Okay, so when Tariq pulls up on this guy and he shows him what he's made of, then, you know, you see that this guy, he ain't trying to, he ain't really about that smoke, if you will. So when, you know, when he sees that, all right, this guy ain't about this smoke or whatever. Now, if you could listen to the audio, he's saying like, hey, what's up, bitch ass nigga? You know, because Tommy had been saying things like, fuck your wife, or I'll fuck your wife. He had been saying some crazy shit to Tariq. Okay? And when that happened, then he like, come on, nigga, I'm up here. What's up with all that shit you been talking? Vlad said, and he got this shit on camera to prove what he's saying. Well, Vlad got his lawyers involved and wanted the video and stuff removed and said, well, you were fuming on private property and all of this. And Tariq was like, yeah, I know, but, you know, this is what you promote. He was like, nah, you know, I don't want to do this. Now, keep in mind, Vlad is doing all this messy shit. And you see where Vlad is right there. Vlad's behind the camera. He's behind the camera while all of this shit is going on. Okay? Behind the camera. So, you know, you see that this is a very cheap setup. Okay? This is a very cheap setup. When you got your laptop sitting on a folding chair, this ain't no Good Morning America shit. And you talking about this guy could do probably 30 million views a day. Anywhere from about 10 to 30 million views a day. So you count that up to see what type of money he's making. Folks not getting paid for these interviews. All he's doing is promoting his own brand off of people. So all that he does is promote his own brand. Now, Vlad went to the folks and got lawyers and shit involved. But, you know, he got called out on being a messy ass nigga. But this is what Vlad does. Now, let me go to my other list, because I got a list of shit he done did. Now, in all of his interviews, he talks about how he has armed security. Once he talks about how he had armed security, but he goes and starts a whole bunch of shit. He starts a whole bunch of messy shit. Then he hides behind the fact of, well, I got armed security. You know, I got armed security on payroll. I got armed security, armed security, armed security. Most of my security is this. Most of my security is off-duty police officers. Dude, why you fucking being messy, you know, in the first place? Now, you probably need, you know, one security guard, but it's been some real niggas trying to get at him. Now, 25 years later, he's still kicking up dust about the Tupac murder. In case you don't know, Orlando, what's his name? Orlando Baby Crip Jones? Orlando Washington. What up, Bella? I think his name is Orlando. Orlando Anderson. Okay. Orlando Anderson. Okay, let's see. Okay, give me 1 second to pull this cat up. Okay. So this is the guy that killed Pac. Okay. This is the guy that killed Pac. Now, he brought Keefe D, which is this guy's uncle, onto his platform and made him walk all the way through the murder. Now, Keefe D is hiding out in Chicago because he is snitching a bunch of folks. He didn't snitch on a whole bunch of people. So he's out there on the run. You know what I'm saying? He's out there on the run. Now, due to him snitching on all of these folks, he was hesitant to do an interview. He did an interview with him, and all he did was kick up dust for 2 straight hours. Well, is this cat real? Was he there? Was this guy there? I mean, I interviewed everybody who was there. You know, are you a interviewer, or are you a journalist, or are you a gossiping bitch on social media, or the police interrogating people? Because, you know, he asked these questions where he said, well, you know, people want to know, but the reality is he wants to know. Then when he puts, he would get G-checked, right, on being on bullshit. And once he gets G-checked on his bullshit, he would go on for, he would go on and he would ask basically everybody who comes to his platform, well, you know, how do you feel about this? Because people say that, you know, that I get people locked up, but you know, they come on and they know that they're coming on, and you know, I just ask them the questions, and you know, they shouldn't be doing interviews. Well, you know, you asking people, do you want to interview them first? But then you say things that get people criminally implicated. But I want to talk about just how much of a vulture this guy is. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So this right here, right? It's a guy who's in the NBA, and he goes by the name of Delonte West. Now, Delonte West is somebody who he used to play with LeBron James. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of this guy for y'all. Okay. One second. One second. Okay. This is Delonte West. Okay. This is Delonte West. Give me 1 second, because I'm going to have to adjust these lights because they fucking up my eyes. But this is Delonte West when he was playing in the NBA with LeBron James out in Cleveland. Okay. This is Delonte. Now, Delonte, just like many other players, once his career was over, he didn't know what to do. He had no fucking clue on what to do. He snapped. They say he was fucking LeBron's mom, allegedly, but we don't know. We don't run with no gossip over here. We don't know. Now, that's how he was looking. Or to show y'all another photo, if you will. This is Delonte more recently. The photo on the left is more recent. And the photo on the right is what he looks like. What he looked like when he was, you know, what he looked like when he was playing. Now, I want y'all to see something because he was playing, the last team he was playing for was the Dallas Mavericks. Okay? So, here's Mark Cuban, right? Mark Cuban is the owner of the Dallas Mavericks. He pulled up on him and got him from a gas station and took him to a rehab facility to get him some help. This is him in the gas station.
This is former NBA player Delonte West.
Go Mavericks. Good job, man.
And this is Mavs owner Mark Cuban. West has been spotted on the streets since his basketball career ended.
Man, all right.
Why'd you hit him? Did he attack you first with his self-defense, or did you hit him?
Man, I walked down the street. The man approached me with a gun.
Where's his gun at?
I don't give a.
Okay. Do you know where his gun is?
I don't give a.
Okay.
Young champ.
He was beat up on a DC area highway and has been in mental distress for some time. West's career ended in 2015 after his stint with then D-League team Texas Legends. That's where Mark Cuban comes in. When he's not roasting Sean Hannity live on Fox News and calling out the double standard when late night phone a friend is doing this weird gesture. Cuban says enough is enough. As we stated, West was homeless. He has needed help for some time. Thus, per TMZ, West's family tells the outlet that Cuban, who had been trying to reach West on the phone for days, finally got in contact with Delonte, who agreed to meet with the Mavs owner on Monday in Dallas. We're told Cuban took West to a local hotel while his family formulates a game plan, reported the outlet. Sources told TMZ, West's circle of family and friends have been trying desperately to get Delonte to go to rehab, and he now seems open to the idea. TMZ also reported that Cuban has offered to pay for West's entire treatment.
When I first got diagnosed with bipolar, my first response was, what does that mean? You know, I had to look it on Google, and that's my first time ever hearing that. Never been told I had an emotional problem or something like that.
He was diagnosed early on in his career, as he told Vice Sports. When he was younger, he told the Washington Post of his past that he attempted suicide. He's trying to
Now, we're not going to play the whole clip, but I just wanted y'all to get some background as to kind of what the situation was. Because I think like him, like many other folks, is what happens with black folks is they over-medicate us, they drug us, and then once they give you all these drugs, you know, then you really become full-fledged crazy after they give you all these fucking mind-control drugs. When the reality is you could be going through a temporary situation. They start giving you all these psychotropic drugs, and your ass, you just be out of there. You be a fucking goner, right? Now, why is this important? This is important because he said, yeah, man, well, I was trying to get in touch with him so I can pick him up and give him some money and do an interview with him to figure out how he became so fucked up. Now, that man that was sitting out there on that corner saying, I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. Do you think that he is in a position to do an interview? Does anybody think that he's in a position to do an interview that's going to represent his best character? You a culture vulture, man. I'm going to let y'all listen to this shit.
Delonte was Doc Rivers, who we just talked about, reached out to him. Mark Cuban actually found him.
Yeah.
I guess there's a video that he found him like at a gas station that's trying to help him out. I was actually trying to reach him. I was going to try to interview him and give him some money to help him out and, you know, try to get a story out there, you know, and just try to figure out what happened and what we could do to help. Because this guy went from playing with LeBron to being drugged out, panhandling on a corner somewhere.
That's mental health issue.
Of course.
I mean, you just heard this man in his own words say, I want to give him some money and put his story out. My nigga, he's not in a position to have his story put out, but I want y'all to hear it one more time.
Delonte West. Doc Rivers, who we just talked about, reached out to him. Mark Cuban actually found him.
Yeah.
I guess there's a video that he found him like at a gas station and is trying to help him out. I was actually trying to reach him. I was going to try to interview him and give him some money, you know, to help him out and, you know, try to get a story out there, you know, and just try to figure out what happened and what we could do to help. Because this guy went from playing with LeBron to being drugged out, panhandling on a corner somewhere.
Okay, now, this is where my problem comes in with Vlad because, bruh, either your heart is in the right place or it's not. Number one, that dude is out of his fucking mind. Okay, he's out of his mind high. That nigga ain't on no regular dope. He on some motherfucking west side of Chicago, motherfucking on Madison and in some shit like that high. Alright? That nigga is some other type of high. Okay? He's on some other type of shit. Alright? He's another type of high. Okay? Okay, that nigga is some West Side goddamn what is this Madison and Pulaski goddamn it high. All right, for all my Chicago niggas. He look like one of them motherfucking base heads over there in Garfield Park. Goddamn it. That's how that nigga look. That's how high that nigga looks. Now. The guy you got Mark Cuban, who went and found him down in Dallas and did the right thing. Got him some help, got him some treatment. Because videos of him been going viral this whole time. Dude, and you saying that you trying to reach out, man, please, man. They always run that fucking con game, man. They always run that con game, dude. You weren't trying to help out. You was trying to exploit him. He's an exploiter. He exploits beef. He exploits black situations. Let me give y'all one more example because y'all know I love bringing in receipts. Let's see here. Now, he had Soulja Boy come over on his platform and tell this goddamn fantabulous fucking lie about him being in a shootout and shit, all on his platform. And he put this shit out. Everybody knows Soulja Boy a play gangster, okay? Soulja Boy ain't about that life, but he put this bullshit out on his platform. Hold on. Let me find it. Let me find it for y'all so we can make sure we got the right thing. Let's see it. Here we go. Hold on. Okay. Here we go.
I'm in the studio listening to some beats. All I hear is boom, real loud. Instantly stop the music. I just hear it. Motherfucker run. I hear doom. My partner say, "Man, who the fuck in this crib?" A-Rap passed me the pistol. Bam, I look at the door. I see like 3-4 niggas running through the crib, all black, mask on, running through the crib and shit. One nigga run to the front door. I hop out, I start shooting. Bow, 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 bow. Shot the nigga. Bow, shot his ass. Bow, 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 bow. All the niggas run out the door. They run out the door. This nigga on the floor. Walk up to this nigga. Take his mask off his head. Looked at it, saw who it was. I'm like, damn. Shot his ass again. Bow. He screaming and shit. Ah! Fuck! Go back in the studio, shut the door. All I hear is doom, 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 doom. Somebody coming up there. I open up the door again. I start shooting. Bow, bow. That's my nigga. His killer. He like, man, pass me the gun. I said, man, I ain't giving you shit, nigga. Fuck that. Bam, police pull up. That was the end.
When you took the mask off, you knew who it was?
I knew who it was.
Oh, wow. So it was an inside job. It's clearly self-defense. The guy is still on the floor?
Yeah.
He's still alive?
Yeah. Nah. I don't want to talk about all that.
Okay. And it was self-defense. 100%.
Self-defense. Self-defense. Hey, damn, that shit crazy, you know what I'm saying?
So, listen, why would you, I got the cartoon playing in the background, Ed in Houston, shit. I just can't play it. Listen, but why would you even air somebody telling you the details of a attempted murder? Okay, and I think somebody got killed in there, if I ain't mistaken. Why would you have somebody telling the details of an open murder on your platform? And he coaxed these people into telling all of these fucking crime stories. You feel me? I mean, but listen, the onus is on them for telling them, but this is the shit that he tries to promote on his platform now. Let's see. 1 second. They texting me this craziness over here. Now, give me 1 second. Oh, here we go. This is what I want to see. Okay. Now, this is, yes, he perished. Here you go. Now, I want y'all to turn y'all attention to something else. All right, now, if you read the subject line read this video title. I'm gonna put this shit in my chats too as well. There you go. Okay. All right, now I'll put it right here what the title to the video is. Now he's interviewing this guy named Grant Cardone. This is the Grant Cardone guy. Okay. And they talk about business. Now it's very clear to see by the type of interviews that he puts out who his demographic is. It's very easy to tell who his demographic is by the material that he puts out. So what he did was he invited this guy onto his platform, and this guy says that he don't own a property, he don't buy a home and stuff like that. He don't do that stuff because it's an asset you can't get rid of. And what he did was he started trying to sell and promote some information that wasn't for black folks on a platform that is his platform, by the way. But he didn't tell folks the other piece of it, which is, yeah, I don't need to own property because my whiteness has gave me other assets to leverage should my situation not work out. Okay, so he don't have no type of filter on his information. He just puts things out and does not take due care to make sure that they are getting to the right folks. Case in point, black folks need to own property. That's just the reality of it, because if you're a black woman, you got a black husband, black boyfriend, black son or something, you got black offspring. Any day that a black man leaves the house is a very real chance that his ass might get locked up before coming back home, okay? So since that's that, then say you get locked up by the system and they give you a high-ass bond. Okay, if he got a high-ass bond, then y'all already know how it was back in the day. Or maybe I just come from a fucked up family where your uncle got locked up and your grandmama had to go and put the deed to her house up to get your uncle out of jail. Am I the only person that come from a family like that? I just want to know. Am I the only one that come from a fucked up family like that? You feel me? Because I'm putting it all the way out there today. Okay? I'm putting it all the way out there. All right? So that's the type of family that I come from, where my grandmama had to put up her deed, you whatever, to get my uncle about the workhouse. Okay? So when you got Vlad coming over here talking about that black folks don't need to own no property, you talking some high level white boy, you know, I got millions in a bank shit, and yeah, it's just cheaper for me to pay up the rent a year in advance or what have you, and you know, y'all can't relate to that. Star Child say they can't relate to that. Okay. Alright, some people they can't relate to it, but shit. Listen, I know what I done seen. I knew what I came up around. I came up around red beans and rice and niggas having to get bonded out. Alright, now when he talks, these guys are having a high level white boy conversation where he's saying, yeah, I wouldn't invest in real estate. I own $1 billion in property, etc., etc. And he puts the information out there, but he don't check the pulse of the people to make sure that his information is on the right level. Okay? He don't make sure that his information is on the right level. Okay? He just puts information out there and rushes to see who all is out there. You know, he says, and then he has a lot of racial overtones, as though, you know, he's saying, okay, well, you know, guys should be doing this, people should be doing that. First off, who the fuck are you, Vlad, to be giving black children life advice? Okay? Who are you to be giving black children life advice? Okay? Now, this is somebody that came up in the game and he made all of his initial money off of selling pirated mixtapes. And this ain't something that Trent is coming up with. This is something that Vlad has said several times about himself. He first came to prominence, you know, off selling illegal mixtapes. This is what this Star Child say. I'm saying I can relate. I know people that have. My grandmom did it for my uncle in '86, so I understand. Okay, so I ain't the only one out here then. All right, we having a real street nigga conversation here. Okay, so when they're saying, yeah, don't invest in property, number one is the facts of life is this. When you black and you go into a bank and you're trying to get approved for loans, they gonna give you the worst loan they got available at the highest interest rate possible and send you through the most bullshit ever. Okay? Ever. Alright? Now, when I'm rolling, okay, I call up my boo, you know, and I have her when I gotta go and do my business work and shit like that, Trent don't make no calls. I'm not calling nobody. I'm gonna call on my girl who sound like a white woman and have her call over there. Because when I call and I got all this bass in my voice, I got this swag in my voice, this cadence in my voice, this raspy baritone, you know, dialect, I guess if you will, that I'll speak with, then people know, that's a nigga. They give me the runaround. When old Gail call over there, it's, oh, yes, ma'am. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. Just bring them in. When you got white folks in the room, they treat you how the fuck you supposed to be treated. This is the facts of life. Okay, and so when he talks and he gives his information out, you know, he has the mind state of Cliven Bundy. Okay, those of y'all who don't know who Cliven Bundy is, he was a rancher up in the Northeast. I want to say like Oregon, someplace, something like that. It was one of them northeastern states. He was up there, and it was a standoff. It might have been Utah, some shit like that. And he did a standoff, an armed standoff with the government. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so he was up in Oregon. I knew he was up in Oregon. Let's see here. Okay. I'm almost up out of here, y'all. I'm almost up out of here. Now, when he does his interviews, yeah. Oh yeah. Marlene, I didn't even know Marlena was over here, but yeah, you call Marlena, they get right on the motherfucking phone. Shit, I call Marlena, I could be like, "Hey Marlena, you got a contact for Donald Trump?" She was like, "Hold on, I think I know a friend. I think I got a friend that got a friend," and you be right on the phone with Trump. Nigga, hold on, nigga, this Trump. Nigga, say you're fired. God damn it, shit, nigga, that'd be the real Trump on the phone. Real talk. Marlena make your dreams come true. But anyway, listen. This is Clive Bundy. This is Cliven Bundy. Cliven Bundy had an armed shootout with the FBI. All bullshit aside, Cliven Bundy had a shootout with the FBI. Okay. And he saw all types of racially foul shit. He was saying shit like, you know, the niggas need to go back to picking cotton. They was much happier when they was on the plantation. Like, what? Where that shit come from, man? But this is Cliven Bundy that we talking about, okay? And that's how VLadTV handles the black community by saying that, you know, he basically knows what's best for a black child more than black parents actually know about the black children. But listen, as I come to, you know, I guess a close on this thing is you have Vlad, and all of his recurring guests are basically bumbling fucking Negroes, okay? Bumbling Negroes who sit up and tell prison stories. And when he don't have no content, he recycle all of these same people to tell all of these same goddamn stories. Okay? Now, when R. Kelly thing first popped off, you had Lisa Van Allen. And as an interviewer, he goes after the truth. Or so he says. And also, his number one thing is, well, you know, hey, I'm just asking what people want to know. Well, Lisa Van Allen, and he went back and edited the video at this point. When she did the interview talking about R. Kelly, all she kept on saying was, well, yeah, you know, Rob made me do it. Rob made me do it. Rob made me do it. Even though the girl was, you know, glaringly 18, he never really pressed her on any of that, but he will press some black men when it's time to go to jail and it's some prison charges behind it. He pressed the fuck, you know, out some black men. So, you know, they tell you what he is. He's a coward. Let me see here. In 1 second. Let's see here. Mr. Well, yeah, you know, Rob made me do it. But he gotta get rid of the mush mouth ass Negroes that he keep on his platform. It's not going to work. It ain't gonna work at all. It's not gonna work. Let's see. Let's see. Shit, I didn't forget where I was going with that. But anyway, yeah. Vlad ain't for blacks. Okay, he's not for black folks. I have a few right friends. But white folks got access to some information that black folks just don't know. Like SBA loans, how to go through the SBA process, what your application needs to say. You know, all of that shit. They got special information out here for folks. Listen, it's late. It's real late. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna leave it kind of like right there. Right? We're gonna leave it right there. And we're gonna take it to the bridge. Or whatever. We're gonna leave it right there. And we're gonna take it to the bridge. Alright? Let's see. You know what? I wanna play my new song. Okay. Yeah.
Every day, for the rest of my life, gonna lift your name up, gonna lift your name up. I'll pray every day, for the rest of my life, gonna lift your name up, gonna lift your name up. I praise you, Jesus. You gave your life, you gave us freedom. The enemy, he can't defeat us, because you've given us the victory.
Hold on. I hope y'all ain't left yet. I'm sorry. I had to eat some candy so the shit come back to me. The whole purpose that we did this shit here tonight is because hold on, give me 1 second. As you know, as of late, there has been a whole bunch of dust that has been getting kicked up as it pertains to let's see here. There's been a lot of dust that has been kicked up. pertaining to Ice Cube. And Ice Cube is an advocate for Trump's agenda. He's an advocate for Trump's agenda, okay? Trump rolled out the $500 billion platinum plan, which is basically the black agenda that we step into the politicians with tonight, okay? So when we saw that, one of the things that kind of pissed me off was that, you know, one of the things that pissed me off, and I will go and show you, is this. Okay, so he dropped interviews today, right? And, you know, you see this, you know, his numbers have been rather pedestrian this week. So he pulls out this interview where he says, aligns on Ice Cube's gangster status, he's a good actor. Well, listen. Ice Cube is 50-some years old, right? Let's see here. Okay. Ice Cube is 51 years old. Okay? He's been married since 1992. You know, he's been married since 92 to his wife. Okay, so in 92, he would have been, 52, back to 92, 28 years, 32. So he's been married ever since he was 24 years old. He's been married ever since he was 24 years old. And he said Alonzo Williams on Ice Cube's gangster status, he's a good actor. Number one, when this man is coming into the community and he's coming in to get some of the tangibles for the black community, why the fuck are you, who the fuck is Vlad from VLadTV to start checking a nigga's street credentials? Vlad, you not from the street. All that Russian shit, it only works with other Russians. You're not from the streets, nigga. You're not. So who the fuck are you to be testing Pac's gangster cred? Pac is, I'm sorry, not Pac, but oh fuck his name. Cube is from the streets. He's from our streets. He belongs to us as the black community, and we handle our problems in-house. In-house. Okay, and so with him saying with Vlad saying that he's not really a gangster, I can say that. I'm in the black community. I'm in these streets he's from. I was in St. Louis when Cube came in and niggas got to tripping and loking up and he got ran up out the club out here. I can talk about that shit because I'm in these streets. It was my uncles and shit who was up in the club the night that shit went at. These are stories that was passed down to me. These are stories that I grew up on. But again, that type of bullshit, it ain't really important. And number two, when you go and check this man's, when you go and look at this man, he got a son that's like 28, 29 years old. He been married since he was like 21, 22 years old. You know what I'm saying? He been with the same woman for over 30 years. Dig that. Boys in the Hood, what's that, about 87, 88? So when he was coming out talking this gangster shit, all right, again, in the Bible says, let's see here. Oh. Okay, let me go right here. You know, I again, I hate to use it, but I gotta use it. I gotta go here. Here we go. Oh my God, give me 1 second. Cause I want y'all to, I really want y'all to, okay, here it is. Okay, here we go. All right, so, okay, if I speak in the tongue of men and angels, but I do not have love, I am only a resounding, going, and clanging cymbal. Let's skip on down here to 13 Corinthians. Okay, 11 Corinthians. All right, it said, well, let's start at chapter 8. Let's start at the 8th verse on Corinthians. It said, "Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. And where there is knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, we prophesy in part. But when completeness comes, what is in part disappears. When I was a child, I talked as a child. I thought as a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put away those childish things." Okay? So you're talking about a man, a father, a husband, etc. Okay, let me flip over here to this Bible verse real quick, right? All right, let's, I really don't be wanting to hit it like this, but I'm gonna have to hit it like this because it's just real. All right, so we basically talking about the man or what have you. He's having a conversation with the man, and they talking about love and just and different prophecies and things coming to the light. So let me read this for y'all quickly, then we're going to get on up out of here. "If I speak in tongues of men or angels, but I do not have love, I'm only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal." Okay? "And though I have the gift of prophecy and I understand all mysteries and all knowledge and though I have all faith so that I can remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not charity, or profiteth me nothing. Charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity even not charity. Fuck that. I ain't going all the way there. It's too much. If I give all I possess to the poor, and I give over my body to whoredom, that I may boast, but I do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, and it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others, and it is not self-seeking, and it is not easily angered, and it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they will cease, and where there are tongues, they will be stilled, and where there is knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when completeness comes, what is in part disappears. When I was a child, I talked like a child, I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child, but when I became a man, I put those childish things behind me. Now, with all of that being said, right, and my bad, because I should have made this a little bit bigger, but this is the 11th Corinthians. This is Corinthians 13:11, right? Corinthians 13:11. Okay. Now, now it's a reason why I'm bringing up this this Bible scripture right here. And that's because when we look at Vlad, and Vlad is talking about, he's trying to basically talk about how gangster this guy is or how gangster this guy ain't. All right. I done been out here in the field with the gunners. I done been out here in the streets. I done been out here in the boys' homes with the warriors. I done been in the sea with the SEALs. Okay. I done been everywhere. I done been, when the shit got thick, I was there. These are facts. Star Child is right. Star Child is right. Ice Cube may not have been as gangster as he was saying on the records, but somewhere I heard a man that said, fuck the police coming straight from the underground. A young brother got it bad because I'm brown. And not the other color, so the police think they got the authority to harass a minority. Somewhere I heard that. Somewhere I heard a rap group that said, express yourself and do it good. Somewhere I heard that. Now, what happens is you get these culture vultures who come in and they like to encapsulate black folks. They like to encapsulate black men, and they like to tell us what we should be doing, what we should be thinking, how we should be feeling. Number one, Ice Cube is a man. His first obligation is to his wife and to his children. Okay? And so when if they saying that he's a fake gangster, number one, why do you have a problem with him, and why are you running this when he's trying to push a black agenda, and you built your whole motherfucking platform off of the black agenda, off of black folks coming onto your platform and telling their stories? Black folks came onto your platform, told their stories, and made you rich. Because when you having a white boy conversation with Grant Cardone, ain't nobody listening to that shit, man. Ain't nobody listening to that shit. When you try to give us stock advice, Nick, Vlad, don't nobody have $300,000-$400,000. The average black person is only worth $11,000. The typical white person is worth $134,000. Okay, this is how much a white person is worth in this nation. $134,000. The typical person is worth $11,000. These are facts. Okay? So when Vlad is over here, he's trying to give advice, yeah, you should get these stocks. My nigga, ain't nobody rolling in $300,000 where I can go and buy 10 shares of Google. I can go buy 10 shares of Amazon. I can go buy 10 shares of Tesla and shit like that, or 100 shares of Tesla, and don't even think about it. Just let the money just sit there over time. Come on, Vlad. Ain't nobody got no fucking money like that, you clown ass punk. He know ain't nobody got no fucking money like that. Alright, he built his whole platform up off of black folks. But when black folks start mobilizing and talking about a black agenda, something that's going to affect them, and something to where they are gaining tangibles, they walking away with something, then you have a problem with that. You want to shoot down his gangster status. My nigga, when he became a husband, when he became a father, he couldn't be a fucking gangster no more, nigga. You fucking idiot. Who the fuck? Nigga, I'm from the hood. I'm from the hood. I'm from the gutter. I'm from the trap. I'm from all of that shit. I'm from all of that. Now, hood is not some shit you aspire to, and it's not a place that you want to stay at. The hood is no fucking fun, all right? When I talk to you, I'll talk to you from my house. I've been in this house for over 10 years. Ever since I moved out of my parents' crib. They still live in the hood. I had to get the fuck away from the hood because I hated it. Okay? Nigga, I ain't heard no fucking gunshots since the 4th of July. I have not heard no gunshots in my neighborhood since the 4th of July. Don't nobody want to live a life where you on edge all the time. Nigga, that's what gangster shit is. That's what gangster shit is. Don't nobody want to live in no fucking neighborhood, or don't nobody want to try to be gangster when you can't even fucking go in the goddamn 7-Eleven or the fucking corner store without your motherfucking gun. And you over here looking at the nigga in the chip aisle because he done looked your way 2 to 3 times, nigga. Now you clutching for your gun, Vlad. You clutching for your motherfucking gun. And Vlad loves to talk about, oh, well, I got retired armed security guards and shit like that. Vlad, you ain't never met no real killers, nigga. Don't nobody give a fuck about who your security is. Nigga, when it's time to go, it's time to go. Niggas will kill you and your security. So when he is out here promoting this thing and he's talking about who ain't a gangster or he's an actor or you even trying to put people on a platform and caress them to start saying some shit like this, you are a fucking distraction. You're a distraction. Yeah, we know that Cube acting gangster because, dude, he still got a fucking job to do. And the last time that I checked, Boys in the Hood was a hood classic. It was a hood classic. Who was in Boys in the Hood? Who really made Boys in the Hood? Doughboy is what made Boys in the Hood pop. Wasn't nobody trying to see that shit with just Morris Chestnut and Cuba Gooding Jr. swinging that motherfucking thin air? Or y'all crazy? Or y'all crazy? It was the success of Boys in the Hood that made Menace to Society pop. Then he gave you a Players Club. Then he gave you a Friday. Then he gave you a Barbershop. Mike Epps, Cat Williams, Chris Tucker, Tiny Lister, AJ Johnson. AJ Johnson again. Both AJ Johnsons. Ricky Smiley. Don D.C. Carey. John Witherspoon. The chick that played Dee Dee on the Wayans Brothers. Who gave them they big breaks in movies? It was Ice Cube giving these people works. Okay, Chris Tucker went and did the Rush Hour franchise and he came back. Lisa Ray, Monica Calhoun. I can keep going. I can keep going. He put black at Bernie Mac. Stripping business started way over in Africa. Showing their public heads. Dancing in the nude. Bucky naked. Classic black movies. Classic black cinemas. That feel good shit. Ice Cube gave you stories about being in the hood. Okay. He gave you stories about being in the hood. Alright. So now when you say, oh, he ain't really this, he ain't really that. Not only did Ice Cube give you those black stories, but Ice Cube got with some folks and took all of the guys who the NBA kicked out the league. Because if you get too old in the NBA, they kick you out the league. He say, all right, well, come on, man. We're going to start us a little summer league with all of y'all retired cats that's trying to play their way back into the NBA. We're going to start the Big Three basketball league. I ain't take no notes for this. I'm just going off the top of my head, man. I'm just voicing my opinion. We're going to take y'all old black basketball players, put y'all on teams, the Allen Iversons and Jamal McLaurs and Cat, he was the power forward for the Detroit Pistons when they was the bad boys. We're going to take all of y'all and we're going to give y'all some jobs. We're going to boost y'all profile back up in case people forgot about y'all. And he started the Big Three basketball league. And he got guys NBA contracts. So, Ice Cube, one thing that I always said, even when I said I'm going to run for president, which I still am as a write-in candidate, I said, don't tell us what the fuck you gonna do for us. Show us what you have already done. Show us what you done did. Ice Cube ain't somebody who walked away and abandoned the black community. So how dare this fucking white boy that's a fake ass Jew, that you became a Jew based off of some white folks coming in and stealing some black people's religion and stealing all of their material wealth, and then y'all saying that y'all are Jewish and y'all got the claims to the land of Israel. Come on, Vlad, get the fuck up out of here. Vlad needs to be canceled, okay? Vlad needs to be canceled. And that's just the facts of it. VLadTV, he needs to be canceled. And after we cancel Vlad, we need to cancel the Breakfast Club too. Fuck it, I said it. Fuck it, I said it. I said it. I said it. We're gonna get to that political corruption in Chicago. Don't get me wrong, because I know some of y'all done fell asleep on me. You know, and I apologize about that because I came on a little late. Some of y'all have fell asleep on me. But Vlad, dig this. Vlad is a culture vulture. Vlad is a white boy who has not paid the dues. He did not pay the cost to have the conversations that he wants to have with the black community. And these are facts. Vlad ain't pay no tithes, he ain't pay no dividends or what have you, but he wants to basically tell black culture what's hot, what they should be doing, how to think, what to wear, what he thinks is hot. He's trying to assert his views on black culture. Number one, dude, where the fuck is the money at from all of those views and shit that you are doing? What's your profit sharing strategy? Why don't you release that? You always talking about, well, I ain't gonna put out my financials, but I'm doing pretty well off. Okay, and then what you always have, what we as the black community, what we are tired of is motherfuckers giving you halfway advice, because they love telling you advice that works for them because they are white. They will tell you all the advice that works for white folks, but that real true advice that you need, which is, yo, this system is not it's not set up for you, they not gonna tell you that. The game is rigged against you when you are black. The game is rigged against you. And unfortunately, you're limited and what you can do, because you really don't have no way of recourse when you are black. When you are not a citizen of America, but you are surviving America. Black folks don't live in America. Black folks don't live in America. That's why come we have so much problems, so many problems here. We got so much turmoil here because we're trying to survive an American experience. It was only 12 amendments written in the original Constitution. The 13th came back when they had to edit shit. Once slavery was over, they said, okay, now we're going to create some more rules. We're going to create a whole nother Constitution. That's where you get the 13th through the 26th Amendment at, to outlaw and ban black people from being equal to rights. This motherfucker's a slave master, man. He's a slave master. He still thinks that he owns blacks. He still thinks that he owns black people. He still thinks that he can sit up and determine what's hot or what should be listened to, what should not be listened to, who should speak for black culture. And we got some very simple questions. Who elected him? Who elected Vlad for anything? I don't remember electing Vlad. And because you have one or two friends who let you get your bullshit off, don't think that that's the whole entirety of the black community. Those are the goofy ass niggas that you hang with, Vlad. Those are the goof troops that you choose to hang with. The Large Mars, the Charlemagnes, them type of niggas. You hang around weak people. Okay? I'm going to say this story and then I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here for real this time. I got a friend. Well, me and my partner, we got a friend, a white friend. And this white friend that we have, he seems real cool on the surface. He seems real cool on the surface. Now, the problem with this guy is that my partner, he laughs and, you know, he'll joke it off. He don't think critically about it. I think critically about everything. And I noticed that his friendship don't go both ways. Now, with my partner has, you know, millions in the bank. Well, probably not millions no more. Hundreds and tens of thousands of dollars in the bank. Or stashed up. Let's just say stashed up. The white friend that we got, he wanted to be a mechanic. Okay, he wanted to start up his own shop. So he asked my partner for, I think it was like a $3,000 loan or something like that. $3,000 loan. My partner gave him the money. Now he got another partner that is in the streets, you know, if you know what I mean. And he said, yeah, I wouldn't give him no money. I just wouldn't do that. I don't trust bro like that. Anyway, long story short, he gave him the money. The guy started up his own business, his own auto mechanic business. Didn't want to give my partner his money back that he helped him to get started. didn't give him no preferential treatment, and charged him everything for everything that he needed. He taxed him. And when it came down to it, once he no longer had a need for my partner, kicked his ass out the door. He didn't give him that same energy when he was coming to get the money. He didn't give my partner that. Now, when I looked up, you know, the white friend that we got, he say, "Hey, man, y'all want to come out out of town with us? You know, let's go here. Let's do this. It's a good idea. Yeah, we all should do it." Then when he would want to go home, he would want everybody to go home with him. So then I woke up one day, I said, "Nigga, why the fuck are we moving to the beat of his drum? Why are we moving to the beat of this motherfucker's drum?" Okay, and then I started to really look critically at him. And because, you know, people say things to you, and you never know what somebody say to you that's going to keep on playing in your mind long after the conversation has ended. You feel me? Yeah, we got educated people up in here. So y'all know what I'm talking about when I say certain people will say certain things to where you'll be like, "Hold on, let me listen to that again." And when I got to really listening to it, I said, when onesie talk, because that's what they call them, onesie, right? I said, when onesie talk, or when onesie bring folks around, he got all of these friends that are black folks. But all of his black friends that he got are all in subservient positions to him. Why is it that he dominates all of his black friends? That's very weird. Why does this guy dominate all of his black friends? Extremely fucking weird. But whenever you put them in a situation where it's equality, they always gonna try to dominate everything. The love don't go the same way. The commitment don't go the same way. The thought process does not go the same way. Okay? It just don't. This guy is he's a motherfucker. That's the best thing I can say. He's a motherfucker. But he's real. He's just like Vlad. He's really just like Vlad. Okay, I noticed this guy. Okay, we did some business with him. And he messed up. Let's just say we had a franchising opportunity. And he was fucking up my business, me personally, because he didn't have his shit ready. So instead of him making a business right that he fucked up of mine, he just left me taking a loss. But however, when I owed him some money, okay, he would blow my phone up and he would make all these suggestions and all this shit. And it's like, yo, bruh, where the fuck is the equal service at? Okay, now this guy would for the franchising opportunity through him, and I'm being as loose as I could be with what I'm talking about. But with the franchising opportunity through this guy, or whatever, it was certain equipment that came along with the franchising opportunity, if you will. And he did not want to provide the equipment that was necessary to do the job legally. Okay, so he would leave you up shit's creek without a paddle. But when it came time to collect the money, he would want all of the money. And it's like, bro, you are impeding my process of making money. Just do fair business. But I'm here to tell you, they don't do fair business. They don't do upright business. And then they say, hey, buddy, it's not nothing personal, it's business. Anytime somebody tell you it ain't nothing personal, nigga, it's always personal. It's always personal. Okay? But I'm gonna close out on this note, man. The black community needs to cancel VLadTV. VLadTV doesn't mean any well for the black community. I'm not so much heartbroken over the Farrakhan shit because I just I don't feel no specific way about Farrakhan. But I will say that this guy kicks up a lot of dust, and we can come up with our own platform. We can come up with our own platform. We don't need him over here basically taking all of our has-been superstars, the kid and plays of the world, or older talent. Tina Marie. Well, Tina Marie is dead. Shaka Khan. We don't need all of that shit. We could go and get our own YouTube channel. Shit, these people can come on opinionated. We could blow up my shit. We could blow up somebody else's shit. It's other platforms we could go to outside of Vlad, where you don't have somebody who's a culture vulture that's sitting up in here and intentionally trying to get black men maimed and murdered. Okay? So, with that being said though, listen, I'm beyond happy to be here on this bridge over troubled water with my folks. And so let me go ahead and take y'all on to the bridge. Okay?
You've been my friend, and I thought I was friendless. And you were my brother when I felt there was no other. No one could ever take the place of you. No one could ever do the things you do. You are my hero. The one that I worship and adore. There's no other idol I can believe in more. You are my hero. The one that I worship and adore. There's no other idol I can believe in more. You were my hope when things seemed hopeless. Yes, you were. And when I thought I was through, you came to my rescue. Yeah, you did. Oh, you gave me reason to believe in you. I'm gonna take a stand, for your word is true. You are my hero. The one that I worship and adore. There's no other idol I can believe in more. You called me when I was falling. You heard me when I was calling. There's no other one that I know that I call my hero.